In our presence here today at the Sonnylal Road area, Todd's Road, we have Mr. Dudnat Bola, General Manager of Corporate Services, and this is probably the third or fourth time that I would have seen Mr. Bola in the Sonnylal Road area, and it is because of the water project, the Wasa project that is currently being undertaken in the Sonnylal Road area to alleviate the problems being faced by by the people, the residents in the Sonnylal Road area. Mr. Bola, your guys have been here. I remember in your last visit, you promised within 1 week's time, your guys would have commenced work to bring water into the Sonnylal Road area. What has happened since your last visit to now?
Well, first, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak about this project, because this project we consider to be very important, because when we first came here in Sonnylal Trace, what we observed was that there were a number of residents, number of people who did not have a water supply. And in addition to that, their roads were not in a good condition. And before any road works could have taken place, it would have been more appropriate to run the lines. So it was an emergency type of work that has to be done quickly and time with the rural development company in terms of the road works. What has happened since we came? We were able to award a contract to our contractor, Musai's Hardware, and we were able to make the funding available. And I must say that our Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Ganga Singh, played a tremendous role in supporting this project. And we were able to start within 1 week after the initial visit to start the works. Today, I'm glad to say I'm back here now on the 24th of August, and I'm happy to say that the pipelines on Sonnylal Trace and all the side streets have been completed. We are now on Todd's Road, and we expect to complete Todd's Road by Friday next week. Next week, Thursday and Friday, we will have our customer service representatives come in to meet with the residents, to provide them with the connection water application forms, help them to complete it, and we expect to have everybody connected. So within 1 month, I assure you that Todd's Road and Sonnylal Trace will have a water supply. In fact, I also want you to know that both the Member of Parliament and ourselves, Wasa, we will get together to have a grand celebration and opening of this project, because it's something that we're really proud of.
I can see the joy on your face, Mr. Bola, and I want to share in that joy also. And I must say, I am flabbergasted by the speed at which your team would have worked so far, right? You mentioned the Member of Parliament. The Honourable Jairam Seemungal is the parliamentary representative for La Horquetta Talparo, and the Sonnylal Road area falls in La Horquetta Talparo. What kind of representation has the Honourable Jairam Seemungal been bringing to the La Horquetta Talparo constituency with respect to Wasa? I know he would have been on your case all the time, Mr. Bola. You think that he's representing them fully?
Well, I'm so glad you asked me that question. You know, up to this morning, I had a meeting with the Minister of Public Utilities and other senior officials at Wasa. And you know, we were discussing various water problems in different constituencies in the country. Strange enough, the minister never mentioned La Horquetta Talparo. Now, what do you infer from that? Very simple, that we are taking care of the water issues, right, in La Horquetta Talparo. I'll tell you this. Prior to the elections, there were tremendous complaints by the constituents of La Horquetta Talparo with regard to the water supply. Immediately after the Honourable Jairam Seemungal was elected, he made contact with myself, and we had a meeting. We discussed a partnership in terms of how we can improve the water supply. There are several things we attempted to do, and which we have enjoyed certain success. One, we decided that we are going to repair all leaks within a 24-hour basis. To a large extent, we have been able to achieve that. There's a communication system between the constituency office and Wasa, and we have been able to achieve that to a large extent. Secondly, we have completed the new package treatment plant in Talparo that is bringing tremendous relief to the residents close by, especially going to the Mondo Nuevo areas and areas surrounding. Right? And thirdly, we have been able to enter into this new pipeline project so that we could bring the people, bring some relief to the residents in this area. Fourthly, the water schedules. What we've attempted to do is to ensure that they are more reliable. So places like Brazil and those areas and La Horquetta, we attempted to make the schedules more reliable. with that, what we have, our customer services department, they have experienced a decrease, a dramatic decrease in the complaints from the residents of Talparo, La Horquetta. Now, this only happened because of the aggressive and intelligent representation by the Honourable Jairam Seemungal. Now, it's fortunate for me that I know him, and I know of his community work in Sandy Grande, I know of his community work in Davadi, and I know that he's a very dynamic person. So this is no real surprise for me, but I'm certain that the residents are benefiting from his representation as far as water is concerned. And I can tell you this, it didn't stop after 1 year or 18 months. It will continue. There are other areas in which we are going to bring water to people that we have never brought before as a result of the representation of the Honourable Jairam Seemungal. So I think that the people in this constituency are lucky to have a representative in Jairam Seemungal.
Okay, Mr. Abola, I would like to thank you sincerely for spending some time with me here, and I want to wish you all the best and continue your hard work and championing the cause of Wasa and, you know, getting your services out to every single individual eventually. And as you mentioned, your CEO, I remember some of his famous words from long ago, water for all. So eventually we'll achieve that mantra. Thank you very much.
Welcome.